right, we're back on the kindergarten couch. Come on over once again. Say hello to classmates. Today we're going to read What Would Jesus Do? Chapter 3. Hard questions. Now some of the pages have pictures, some don't. So if they don't, you could just listen and follow along. Claire watched the young stranger hurry out of sight. Jesus loves everyone. Jesus would help that boy, she said. What could we do to help? I don't know, said Bill, but let's go ask your father right now. He grabbed Claire by the hand and they ran to the picnic crowd. Bill and Claire hurried to the picnic table. Parson Henry, said Bill, we need your help. That boy needs your help. Parson Henry looked bewildered. Did you see that dirty-faced boy, Papa? Asked Claire. No, I didn't, her father answered. He was hurt and his friend needed help, said Claire. Wouldn't Jesus want us to help him? Parson Henry nodded. Oh, yes. Jesus always helped everyone who came to him. Remember, even the man that came through the roof, right? Like we just read. When people needed help, Jesus took time out for them. Remember our Bible lesson last week about the blind beggar sitting beside the road? Claire's eyes lit up. Was he the man who kept shouting for Jesus? She asked. Even when other people told him to be quiet? Her father smiled and nodded. I remember that story, said Bill. Jesus took time to heal the blind man's eyes. Bill thought for a moment. Nobody took time to help the boy who came to our picnic. He asked for help, said Claire. Isn't every child important to God? Shouldn't we help him? Of course, said her father. And we will go right away to help that boy. Bill, see if your mother brought an extra shirt for you today. Claire, you grab a bar of soap. I hope we can still catch up with him. After Parson Henry pumped some water into a bucket, he and the two children hurried down the hill in search of the boy. What would Jesus do? It always takes time to help people. When you have spent time helping others, doesn't it feel good? When was the last time you spent time helping others? Proverbs 3 verse 27. Do all you can for everyone who deserves your help. Chapter 4. Taking time. As Bill ran down the cobblestone road, water splashed out of the bucket and down his pant leg. Claire raced ahead of her father and Bill as they hurried to catch up with the dirty-faced boy. Past the bridge at the top of a hill, she saw the boy up ahead. There he is, she called to Bill and her father. Wait for us, Claire called out to the young stranger. The boy turned when he heard Claire. He stopped in the middle of the road and waited for the three of them to run up the hill. They handed him the clean shirt, soap, and bucket of water. Who are you? Asked Parson Henry. I'm Jack Browning, he said quietly. They told him their names and helped him wash up. My friend needs help too, said Jack. Listen, do you hear his dog Murphy? How can we help your friend? Asked Parson Henry. Follow me, I'll take you to him, said Jack. As they reached the top of the hill, Jack pointed to an old man sitting on a log beside the road. My friend is blind. He can't get around without his cane. While we were walking today, he tripped and fell. His cane rolled down into the gully full of blackberry bushes. Jack continued. I climbed down and tried to get the cane, but I slipped and fell on the rocks. The elderly blind man cocked his head toward the road and called, Jack, welcome back. Who's with you? Jack ran over to the old man. There are my new friends, Bill, Claire, and Parson Henry. They helped me wash up and get me a new shirt, and they want to help you, Mr. Martin. The blind man smiled. This reminds me of a story in the Bible when Jesus' friends ate dinner together. Their feet were dirty from the dusty roads, but nobody wanted to wash anyone else's feet. Do you children know what Jesus did? Yes, said Claire. Jesus washed everyone's feet. That's right, Mr. Martin. And Jesus told his friends, this is my example. Help one another, just as I help you. Serve one another, just as I serve you. The old man held out his hand. I want to thank you for helping Jack, just like Jesus would. Claire looked down at her shoes while Parson Henry coughed. I'm sorry we waited so long to help Jack, he explained as he shook Mr. Martin's hand. Mr. Martin nodded. I understand. It's not always easy to do what Jesus would do. What should we do now? Asked Bill. Well, Claire said with a grin, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do to help others in your family? How can you help someone today? Jesus said, I have set the example, and you should do for each other exactly what I have done for you. John 13, verse 15. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our story, and I hope you ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Bye.